How do everyone? Yes, it's Liam back with a new video, and this time it is a vinyl collection update. I've had some of these for absolutely ages, and I haven't got around to do a video for many different reasons that none of you will actually care about, but it is what it is. If you are a long time viewer of the channel, you're probably used to me having like a month off between videos because you don't need to see my ugly mug every week and it just get boring, wouldn't it? So this is a nice stack of varied metal styles, but purely it's death metal and doomy and a bit of black metal in there, but not much. And yeah, hopefully you'll get something out of it. Some of these are brand new for this year, some of these are represses for this year, a whole array of coolness. Now the first three are from a mate of mine called Greg, who I met on old Instagram. He has randomly sent me things in the past that I believe are just kind of spares that he's had in his collection, and he thought I'd appreciate them, which still blows my mind that people would even think of me. I've never met these people in real life, anything like that, so it's still staggering that people would send me anything anyway. I mean, I love a gift, don't get me wrong, I won't pretend I'm not happy about it, but do I deserve it? Absolutely not. I'm not like, I've been brought up never to be like that, but I'm really grateful. So the first one he sent me, and this is actually an album I was going to get myself at some point when I had the money, is the latest for 2025. This is the band Impurist with Evolving Cortex. This was put out through 783 and Jail Beam Recordings. Now 783 I think is a Scottish label run by a Polish chap, but I could be completely wrong with that, but I swear that's what it is, but don't quote me on it. So Impurist is a UK band, really heavy band as well, so they've been around not too long. They're from 2022, but they are like veterans of the scene. You've got the former drummer from Garroted, members from Bone Tar in this band, and it's just some good solid filthy death metal, very much that Yorkshire approach to like, we don't give a shit, we're just going to play whatever the fuck we want, you know, all pissed, angry, and just chugging out that 90s kind of worship of death metal. But this is a bit more of a grindy death metal, because obviously with John on the drums, it's just insane. Like, it's proper like, you know, mental kick drum technique. This is I believe on black wax, nothing fancy. The inner is the artwork from, I think this was the demo EP, so that was quite cool to see. Oh no, it is a coloured vinyl, sorry. It's like a dirty brown colour when you've had a curry the night before and it's come out the other way. But yeah, I mean, this is fucking good fun. It's just solid, blasty, heavy, chuggy death metal with a real kind of grind aspect to it. If you're fans of like Napalm Death, that kind of, in that kind of vein, but not as commercial as what they now sound, to be fair. This is a bit more aggressive, a bit more to the point, you know, no fucking about. And yeah, a solid album, so I'm really happy about that, Greg, so thank you so much. But he actually sent me two more. Now he did mention that one in the message, did you want it? But then he sent me these two, which I hadn't got in my collection. I have one other release from this band on cassette over there, but this is the first time on vinyl. So this is the US band Witch Vomit, from Portland, Oregon, formed in 2012. It has two members, or former members, from Torture Rack, if you know that band, which I have quite a few of their releases up there as well. So that was quite cool to find out. I didn't actually realise that. This is their, I believe, EP from 2017. Which is on 20 bucks spin. I think all their releases are on 20 bucks spin. And again, no nonsense US death metal, chuggy, to the point, raspy, nasty, you know, you get the idea. Now I swear, I say black wax again, I'm fairly sure this was black wax, yeah. For the purists out there. And then the inner, if I can actually get it out, there we go. There's a picture of the boys there doing their thing, and then lyrics looking like that. So that was really cool. So that was a really nice surprise. I've been aware of this release for some time since it came out, but again, it's just one of those ones you kind of glance at it and go, yeah, wouldn't mind that, but you're never ever going to buy it. And now I have it, so happy days. So again, cheers, Greg. And the last one he sent me, he actually broke my V plates. And I mentioned this band a second ago, but I actually have never had anything from this band. I've seen this band a number of times live, and that is Napon Death with their album Enemy of the Music Business. So this one came out in 2000, I think it was. Yeah, it's their 8th studio album at that point. Picture of the boys on the back there. I believe he's no longer with us, that chap there. Now they're a funny old band now, because I think even live now, like, this chap's not in the band anymore. He is in the band but doesn't play live. Shane I don't think plays often in the band. It's only the Barney and the drummer here that actually still play live. But when I actually read the notes up on this band didn't even have any original members left in it anyway. Like, even Shane, who I think he's been in the longest, was not an original member. When I wrote it down, they formed in actually 1981. And they've changed so much over the years, but they are like the godfathers of grind to most people. And yeah, this was a good album. It was very much a 2000 sounding album to me. It didn't really go anywhere. It was very much, every song was very similar, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. But it didn't really do anything. It didn't go anywhere exciting. Just on black wax again. So again, it was really cool to have some Napalm Death, but I wouldn't mind getting some of like the earlier stuff. I know there's, I forget which one it is now, people rave about the death metal albums, so I will eventually check them out. But I've seen these guys live at various support slots over the years and at festivals and stuff like that, and they're always good fun, Napalm Death. So yeah, really happy with that. So massive thanks to Greg for sending me those. And then not only did Greg send me some things, I got a message from my buddy Colm over in Ireland, who apparently had a package for me from Christmas, but he never got around to sending it. And then he sent it the other day, and it had a Maimed t-shirt, which I've worn loads, which I'm really happy about having, because that's a cool band. It had a CD, a Hyperdontia cassette, which was awesome. I really wanted that EP. But then he sent me a stack of vinyl as well, and it's just mental. So the first one, I can't even pronounce it, but I will put it down there, what it's called. Now this is a Canadian band formed in 2006, and this is their second full length from 2013. This is a 2023 repress. Now this is a death metal band with a blackened edge to it, and I must admit this is intense. It's like proper in your face, it's dirty, it's horrible, it's got a real raw nastiness to it, and it's like a bit lo-fi, I guess you could say that, but not really. Like, it's not recorded like lo-fi, but it has that atmosphere that you get with like lo-fi black metal bands. Vinyl was purple, which was weird, and it took me a good few spins to kind of get my head around this one to start off with. I had no idea who this band were, never heard of them before. There is that, and lyrics on there, but it has this kind of blackened, I guess you could say blackened death metal edge to it. It came with a poster of the artwork. I'm not going to get that out because I still can't even figure out what that even is to start with. It just looks like to be brutally honest with you, like a spunky swastika, but I don't think that's what they were going for when they did that. But it's cool, and I like to listen to bands that challenge my ears, because it's so easy for me to put on something I've listened to a bazillion times, or a band that sounds exactly the same. So it was quite cool to kind of sit with this and kind of pick it apart, but I still haven't really got my head around it fully. But yeah, whatever they're called, Antediluvian or something like that. Then the next one was one I can actually pronounce, and it's House of Atreus. Yes. So this one here, this is a US Minnesota band formed in 2011, and this is their debut from 2015. The vocalist is the current live bass player from Grand Balal's Key, if you know that band, which is a bit of an edgy black metal band. But this sounds nothing like Grand Balal's Key or anything like those bands are linked to. This is very much a kind of to the year it was released, what did I say, 2015? Yeah, it's got a very modern, straightforward death metal sound on this album, put out through Dark Descent Records. And it was very much a meat and potatoes, you know, like I even could predict somewhere the breakdowns were, what the kind of riff patterns were, what the timings were, that kind of thing. It was quite predictable in some respects, but you know, it was good. It was a good listen. I think this was just black wax. Yeah, nothing too fancy. So there's stickers there, and black wax there. Paper sleeves though. It just pisses me off because it gets stuck in like that. But yeah, and it does have an inner as well, but nothing to shout about. It's just basically thank yous and lyrics if you like to read lyrics. So again, yeah, like a band again, never heard of them, so leave down a comment, you know, if you knew about them, if they were another album I should check out, but they were completely new on me, that band. And not only that, he sent me more. There is more. So this one is again one I've never heard of, and this is a reissue of an EP or demo from the 90s. So this is a band called Ligeia or Ligeia. So this is again a US Missouri band, formed in 96. This is a comp of the early stuff. So there's a demo from 97 and then a rehearsal from 96 on each side of the vinyl. And this is again, this is a very early 90s or mid 90s death metal band, kind of plying their trade. It is very, very raw. It's Patrick Brown on vocals and guitars and Chris Overton on drums and keyboard. And it was a very much just raw, bombastic. The latter tracks on this was really cool actually. Silver vinyl. So the demo from 96, that had some really wicked kind of riffs on it, you know, if you could pick them apart, that kind of thing. And it was very raw, very honest. I think they didn't actually go on to do anything. They kind of just faded into the ether. There's a little write-up about them there and their kind of history of the band from one of the members, which was quite cool to read. But yeah, Nuclear War now, they do loads of really cool reissues, and I've got a dozen of theirs and behind me there, you know, what they've put out. I've been lucky to score from really great reissues to great releases from like black metal bands, death metal bands, you know. So yeah, go hunt that down if you're a 90s death metal purist and you want to add that to your collection. Well worth grabbing to kind of add to your encyclopedia of US death metal bands. And then lastly, out of this stack of gifts I received, was this band I've heard of, never listened to, and that is Lucifers Hammer. This is the what's it called? The Burning Church, which I believe is an EP. Oh no, sorry, this is a debut full length. No, I can't read my notes. Yeah, it's a demo from 94. So this is a repress of a demo from 94 from this band. So the band formed in Michigan, US in 87. So they were around a long time before this came out. And this has got a few rehearsals on there and also a Celtic Frost cover of Dethroned Emperor, which I fucking love. Everyone loves that song. Dirty riff on that. This came on a very authentic, weird, fleshy kind of vinyl. That obviously goes with the cover. Not. And yeah, it just was blackened kind of death metal. Again, a band I'd never heard of, would have never checked out normally. I mean, I would have thought that was black metal just looking at that, but it's not. It's more of a death metal kind of vibe to it. And this is the fourth pressing from 2022. So it's been repressed a number of times over the years. So yeah, really happy with that. So massive shout out to Colm and Greg for sending me those records, you know, completely unexpected. And yeah, fucking top lads. Now, I will show you some things that I've picked up over the last X amount of months. Some of these I meant to show in videos and year-end lists that I was going to put in, but they didn't kind of make the cut, and then I decided not to buy them, and then years later I really want them and they're kind of cropped up. So this one was one it was in and out of my kind of to buy list, to put in my end of year list, to then buy it, you know, and I never got around to it. So this album came out, I think, in 2023. I think that's correct. I didn't actually write it down, but I'm fairly sure it was 2023 or 2022. One of those two. It'll be down there when you see it. So this band is called MMXX. With does it have a title? Yeah, Sacred Cargo. Now this is a supergroup, as it were, that was formed during lockdown to kind of pass the time. So it features two musicians from the band Daylight Dies. I was going to say Drowning Light. Daylight Dies. Now I love Daylight Dies. Amazing band. Have a very distinct sound and tone, and it has that on this release. But also features a chap who used to be in the Foreshadowing, which is an Italian doom band that's still going, and his name was I didn't even write his name down, but yeah, either way, it's a crossover between Daylight Dies and the Foreshadowing, if you know those two bands, if you're into your doom. But what makes this album really cool and a bit unique is it has different guest vocalists from different bands. So you've got Aaron Stainthorpe from My Dying Bride, the chap from Swallow the Sun, who ironically is now doing live vocals for My Dying Bride. Chris Canella, who I didn't realise was a singer. I know him as a guitar rep that I've seen on numerous videos over the years for Dean and ESP, that kind of thing. So that was strange to see his name. Mick Moss from Antimatter, if you know that band. And then you got chaps from the Foreshadowing and November, if you know that doom band. So, and Dan Swano as well, as well. And everyone knows Dan Swano, right? So that was really cool, and that kind of lured me in. This was put out through Candlelight, which is a UK based label, and Spine Farm, which I think is the Finnish sister label of Candlelight. And it's just a really cool, varied doom album. Comes with this booklet here. They're the three boys there. So these two here are Daylight Dies, drummer Jesse, and then Egan on bass, who does the kind of clean vocals a lot of the time on their music. And his voice is on this album as well. But it's a nice big coloured booklet with pictures of who's been in the album, vocals, the lyrics, that kind of thing. So that was nice to see. And yeah, just a really nice presentation on black wax. So I'm going to pull that out. So yeah, I meant to talk about this absolutely ages ago, and I'm kind of annoyed I never got around to picking it up, but then it went really expensive, but then I managed to find it really cheap. So yeah, go check this out if you haven't. If you like your doom and you like it varied, it's got a lot of pedigree on here as well. Well worth checking out. Now, another one I meant to pick up basically when it came out and I never did. So this is a band most people will know because it features a well-known YouTuber and US kind of death metal underground legend. So this is The Glorious Dead with their album, what's it called? Cemetery Paths, that's right. Put out through Bind Rune Recordings. Now, most people will know this band thanks to Marty here, Marty Worm, who is the guitarist in this band, but he also runs a YouTube channel, which is called, he used to have his own one, but he's on Metallurgy now. And this is the second full length, yeah, from 2023. Put out through his own label, Bind Rune Recordings. And the reason I wanted this, not because of Marty at all, I knew about this band purely because of the band name. It has I swear it's a nod to Gorefest. I could be wrong though, but that's what it reminds me of anyway. And it's fucking good, just super clean, to the point, no fucking about death metal. It's got big riffs, it's heavy, groovy, it's got some wicked solos on there. I mean, the start of this album is a bit weird because it starts off clean and a bit drony in the vocals, and you kind of think, well, have I got the right album on here? Because I wasn't expecting it when I first ever heard this, but then it gets right down to it. It just smashes your face in, and it's fucking awesome. And the really nice thing with Bind Rune Recordings, and I've heard a few people mention this before, not only do you get like a really nice package, but it's what you get inside it. So you get a really nice, I think this is 180 gram vinyl, I could be wrong though, with a nice splatter effect there, which actually does fit the album art, which is always appreciated. Some of these are just ridiculous. But what was the main thing I liked was the CD, so you can't wreck the vinyl. I could chuck that on in the car, I could put it on an old disc changer in there, leave it in there, not really worry about it. So that's really smart. And then you got your inner there as well. I know some of the releases have posters and stuff like that as well, so I do need to pick up the first album. I haven't been able to find that yet without having to pay like shipping costs across the moon and back, but one day I'll get it. It's like a green font on that one, I believe. So yeah, Glorious Dead, fucking top US death metal band. They were based out of Michigan as well, which I've mentioned, I swear, earlier from somewhere else. So yeah, fucking awesome band, The Glorious Dead. Go check it out if you haven't. And then this is one I was umming and ahhing about when it came out, and then I found it on eBay for like nothing, essentially, for what it's worth if you don't have it on eBay. And well happy with it. I think it's got a little bit of damage here, but this is I think this is the latest album from Enslaved. Hemdal, I think that's what it's called, Hemdal, yeah. So this is a 16th studio album from 2023. The band have been around since 91. I have most of their earlier stuff, bar Frost, I think is the only one I don't have of the early stuff, and the one with the kind of Viking helmet on the cover, which I really, really want because that's brilliant. But this one I saw for like pennies essentially, and I bought it straight away because I was taking a punt on it because I wasn't really sure if I was going to like it or not, because the modern day Enslaved is a bit proggy. It's very varied. I've never really given it the time of day, but it was this one I've listened to about 6 times now. Looks like that in the gatefold, and it is proggy in its aspects of it, but it's also got that raw black metal edge to it, which I really like. It's not just kind of clean singing and, you know, fairiness and that kind of fluffy stuff. You get the rawness, you get some aggressive stuff in there as well. This is only on black wax, and there is an inner here if I can yank it out, but nothing to kind of shout about it. It's literally just C, and then your lyrics in there with some branches. So yeah, everyone knows Enslaved, or should do anyway. Been around a long time, very well respected Norwegian band, and yeah, really enjoyed this, so happy to have that in my collection. Another one that I saw people rave about this, and I did listen to this quite a lot when it came out last year, but it just didn't kind of make the cut for me, because it's not that long, to be fair. But it is fun, it is good. It's not as good as some of the earlier stuff, but it's good. And that is the latest one from Nails. This is a California band formed in 2007, and this is their 4th full length from 2024. You could probably just see there it's got nails and a laser cut into there. I think this is like a weird green kind of vinyl, and this was literally, again, really cheap on Amazon. I had it on the wish list as soon as it came out, to be fair, and I thought one day if that goes really cheap I'll buy that. And yeah, the song Painkiller, is it on here? What was it called? Yeah, Give Me the Painkiller. That song is fucking superb. Very much a nod to Judas Priest, obviously, but I really like that one. That's the best, probably the best song on this album easily. This is very good treadmill music if you want to sprint. So yeah, Nails, everyone's talked about that one already. Now this is the video for me. The Glorious Dead was really nice to get, but these two here are fucking the top dog for me. Now, when this was announced that it's reissued, I was straight in there, and that is the band Triptykon. But not only have I got both, I now have both. I mean, I had them on CD since they came out, but I now have them both on vinyl. I'm so happy about that, because I fucking love anything Mr. Warrior puts his hand to. Even Cold Lake, is it? Yeah, that has some good riffs on there, doesn't it? But this is his best work for me, Triptykon. Not only that, you got the Geiger artwork on there, and then I had it on like a hardback digi CD, and it was cool. But this, having it massive, it just makes such a difference. And these are double gate, you know, full gatefold, double vinyl, 180 gram vinyl. I mean, look at that. And they come with booklets, posters, even the inner vinyl holders, or what was inner sleeves we should call them. So you got a bit of artwork there, lyrics, and then the vinyl for this one was purple, which you could go, yeah, I'd rather have black, but who cares. And then it has a poster which has that artwork on it, and then the other poster on the other side of it was that. And then on this one you kind of have like another pull out with the logo there and more lyrics there, and then the other poster. So that was fucking awesome. And this was such a brutally heavy album, the best of the 2 Triptykon albums by far for me. The cover, everything about it is just top dog. You know, it's Celtic Frost how it is now. It's just superb. And then Melana Chasmata, or Mata, I can't pronounce it. This one again, I mean, the detail and the fucking artwork. It's like you have a proper book in your hand. I mean, look at that. So if you want a proper reissue, these were done through Century Media, yeah. But they're also done through in the label, Mr. Warrior's label. I can't remember what he calls it now. Something After Death, I want to say, but I'm probably dead wrong. Again, comes with a poster in your inners like that, with the band line up there where the album was recorded. The vinyl for this one was a red one like that, or kind of blood wine red. But this one came with a booklet, which was really sick, if I can grab it. And there's like a big 10-inch glossy booklet with Ligeia artwork in there. What else we got? We got, I swear we have some notes, liner notes, and stuff like that, lyrics, you know, the whole work. So if you're a collector like me and you're some bands you really do look up to, and like Celtic Frost and Triptykon, they're all massive inspirations to my music. Especially when the first one came out, Triptykon, I was on that straight away when that came out years ago now. And yeah, this one as well. So fucking well happy to have them in my collection. They are the top dog. But not only that, for some reason it was like a weird month for me where I got them and then this in the same month this became cheap. So I have to massive thanks to Mark Juvecy for pointing out this in a group chat. And that is the live album from Triumph of Death, which is the Resurrection of the Flesh. I think it was a tour they did back in 2023, playing Hellhammer classics to a modern audience to kind of bring back the old school Hellhammer sound. Now this, again, I think you can get this on various formats. When this came out, I think it was like 60 quid. But it was nothing like that when I picked it up. I think I got this for like 13, 14 pounds, something ridiculous like that. And I was on it straight away. So this again is a double vinyl. Some really cool inserts with an artwork on there, some live shots of the band. And again, this one comes with a 10-inch booklet as well. I think this one's like a 24-page booklet. And there's a couple of posters in there, artwork cards. I'll try and get it all out now. I mean, look at that. Loving that. I don't know what I did with the booklet. I'll put it somewhere. Oh, here it is. This is what you want to see, isn't it? Not my face. But yeah, just some really cool pictures of the gig. And yeah, it's just, as a collector, you want to get your money's worth when you buy your albums. Some people spend a small fortune to get shit like this. I like to kind of wait it out and see if I can get lucky. So yeah, massive props to Mark for that. That was a happy day when I got that, because I love my Celtic Frost. So yeah, happy with that. And last but not least, another album that I've wanted on vinyl. I've slowly been kind of re-picking up the band's discography on vinyl. I've had the CDs forever, but since becoming a vinyl collector 4 or 5 years ago, I kind of feel like I want them on vinyl now to really appreciate them. This is My Dying Bride's latest repress for 2025, The Angel and the Dark River. Now this album came out back in '95, yes, and it was their third full length at the time. This is the 30th year anniversary edition, which has a half-speed remaster on it, and it sounds the tits. It's fucking, you know, I've had this on CD for yonks. I mean, like, since my early teens when I first got into the band. But then you hear it on the remaster, you really pick up the differences. Like, for me anyway, like, I must have been, I don't know how scratched my CD probably is, but having it on vinyl with a brand new pressing, it makes such a difference. You have a picture of the band on the inlay, looking very young. I mean, this chap here went off to go to be in Cradle of Filth. You can see him in all goth makeup in numerous Cradle of Filth albums. Chap here, I forget his name now. I was going to say Hamish, it's not Hamish. But he is no longer in the band, probably not in the band anymore. So it's only this fella here, Andy, who's the only original member left probably. I don't know, Aaron still is technically in the band, but very bizarre situation with that band at the moment. So yeah, My Dying Bride, fucking, it's not their best album for me by any way, but like, it was quite nice to listen to this again, because I haven't listened to it in ages. Because The Cry of Mankind, they play that all the bloody time, and I get bored of that song now. I like it, don't get me wrong, but I have to be in the mood for that song, because the tapping riff and everything like that, it does get on your tits if you listen to it regularly. So yeah, a really cool album anyway. So yeah, My Dying Bride. So yeah, thank you to everyone if you've watched this video. I know I'm well slack on the old YouTube thing, but there's a million people doing it way better than me on YouTube. So I really do appreciate if you do watch this video and you comment and get involved. I think I generally really do appreciate it. So if I don't show it, I don't mean to be like that arrogant twat like that. I'm nothing like that. But yeah, it's only YouTube, isn't it? So in the meantime, please consider liking this video and giving it a thumbs up to let YouTube know I'm all right. And if you are new to the channel and want to keep watching my randomness, you've got videos popping up hopefully around my head now that you can go check out. In the meantime, take care and cheers.